Is there anyone there? I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna reveal what is my most important tool in my bag as being a photographer. Let's check it out now. Hey, here we are again. As I said, I'm gonna tell you what is my most important tool in my bag as a photographer. So I will show you now. I will just get it here. Actually, I will have two different types of things. This is it, my personal portfolio. This has been my most powerful tool, like marketing-wise, to get new clients to see my work. I will try to explain why this is really important. And first of all, I'm carrying this kind of a portfolio everywhere I go. The books that I'm using is a company called Koy Lab, and it's a Portuguese company that makes handmade, beautiful portraits that kind of makes due to your quality of images. You can have any sized books with them, and I just started to use these for few years back, and I'm also their ambassador, so of course I'm trying to kind of tell that this is the top quality, but in a way it doesn't matter what portfolios and what brands to use, but this is just my go-to brand that I'm using. This is always with me, and the bigger one is going if I go to meetings and I have space in my bag to kind of get these are done in metallic print. Really awesome stuff. But I will try to explain why this is so important for every single photographer to have. I made a chart trying to explain, or like a keynote presentation where I try to explain why this is really important. I try to kind of figure out what is being a photographer, and when you open up a conversation with someone that, okay, you are a photographer, the next question might be, what camera do you use? And that's already going to the wrong direction. It's not going to the direction that what kind of pictures you are doing. But if that question arises, by just using words, it's really hard for you to explain what quality is your work. So here's an imaginary scale going from minus to plus all the way up here. And this scale in a way shows your quality, your style, and how good you are being as a photographer. And here's a couple of persons that you probably know. Here's Uncle Bob. He's doing this kind of a photography as a quality and style. But here's, for example, a cousin who just bought a new camera. And here's you in different kind of places. And you can kind of get your place on this imaginary quality line, how good you are explaining by words. And for example, the cousin with just a brand new camera can be also a salesman. So he's so good with words. So in someone else's mind, he could be actually higher in that quality scale than you are. For example, you might be just an introvert, and when people ask what kind of pictures do, you will say that, well, I'm doing these kind of wedding pictures, and I'm all right with it. But the whole thing is that the only way you are able to get to the place that you are as a photographer is to show visually. So so to get here, you have to show people what you do. So the conversation is that what you do for a living, I'm a photographer, I will show you. So you will get this out of your bag and show people this is the quality of work you do. So from the first page, they will understand that you are not the Uncle Bob and you are not the cousin with just a fancy camera. You are an actual photographer, and you are able to show them what kind of work you do. I could try to explain people that, okay, my pictures look like painted. I'm a commercial portrait photographer, and they look like they are painted and illustrative quality, and I could use all the words possible, but I couldn't get them understand what kind of work I do. But when people ask me, what do you do? And I always say, I will show you. So this book is always with me, and I'm able to show them. And I really love analog version of portfolio, because it's really important to have an analog version, because cell phones, if you have your web pages or whatever, Instagram in here, people are used browsing. It's too fast. Everyone is like going miles ahead these pictures, and they don't pay attention. Or I could never give this to a group, but I can always give this to a group, and they will have their time to look at. Because if I give this, maybe I will get a text message, or my mom calls, or something like that, and it's just too fast of a browsing. This, they will even clear their hands before they start turning the pages. They are slowing down the looking of the pictures process. So here's just a couple of reasons why you definitely need a portfolio in your photography bag. Any kind of portfolio will work where you are able to show the other people what kind of work do you do. Words are not enough. We are visual persons. We're doing visual work, so I think we should able to show also our work visually. I mean, it doesn't have to be this thick. It can be smaller. It could be a business card that has your pictures. Anything, but we need analog also to complement our digital world. And cell phones, iPads is not going to cut it. And that's my opinion. I have found so many new clients by just giving this to their hands, getting out of my book, and for me it has almost become like a game. What is the reason I'm able to pull the portfolio out of my bag and put it in someone else's hands? So there you have it, and if you have any questions about this, please comment, please like if you like this video, and everyone who comments under the video, I will draw one lucky good question or good comment to receive a portfolio book from Koy Lab. So they volunteered to give me a copy for my YouTube viewers. So be sure to comment in either Facebook or in other mediums about this video, so someone of you will be a lucky one to get a Koy Lab original book. So I will see you next time, and have a great day. Hey, is there anyone there? Is there anyone there?